Zwom, doot, 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 doot. BMO.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another BMO Creative Fact About Fiction video. So this one is about Doctor Who. When most people think about the most extremely powerful character ever created in the sci-fi, comic, or role-playing genres, most people don't think about how powerful Doctor Who really is, so I thought I'd do a video about him. Specifically, my favorite version from the TV show of the same name, Doctor Who, number 4, acted out by the talented Tom Baker from 1974 to 1981. The Doctor is a Time Lord, a human-like alien who protects the Earth along with countless other worlds throughout time and space. Unlike the rest of his species, however, of time travelers, he uses time travel to interfere with events, which is forbidden by their species. But he does this in an effort to protect civilizations from a variety of threats. He is most famous for his time-traveling ship called the TARDIS, which is an acronym, by the way, that stands for Time and Relative Dimensions in Space. He has a sonic screwdriver and the ability to regenerate into a new form with a slightly different personality if injured or on the verge of death, though his species is normally able to regenerate only 12 times. To date, the Doctor has had 15 regenerations because he is a mutant version of his very powerful kind. Now, the fourth Doctor was the amazing protagonist in the seasons 12 through 18 of the classic series of Doctor Who. He was more eccentric than his previous incarnations and was the first to seem literally excited to be the Doctor. Rarely without his very long scarf, he always carried Jelly Baby candies in his pockets, using them as snacks, bluffs, gifts, and distractions. He relied on his considerable charm, luck, and experience to get through bad situations. He hated to perform regular Time Lord duties and preferred traveling with only one or two mostly human companions, and a very OP robot dog, appropriately named K9, of course. The Doctor's powers include regeneration at an extremely high level, having every cell in his body undergo what they called renewal. It is also possible the Doctor has an infinite number of regenerations, meaning he could live potentially forever. With regeneration, the Doctor can regrow lost limbs, become strong enough to knock down a steel door, and even survive falling from stratospheric conditions into a train without any injuries whatsoever. The regeneration energy itself can be used as a weapon by using it to focus kinetic energy and discharging it at a specific target or direction. He has bi-generation, which is an extremely rare variant of regeneration, which the Doctor can use in an emergency. So instead of one incarnation directly changing into the next, bi-generation instead causes the new incarnation to split from the previous, allowing both to exist simultaneously. In other words, you can hurt him, he almost dies, and then you have two Doctors. Bi-generation also has an effect with the new incarnation having most of the current incarnation's memories and future memories, as it's not a complete split. It brings the future incarnation of the Doctor from the end of their life to the part where they weren't supposed to die, if that makes sense. I'm not going to repeat it. Anyway, although considered average at most by Time Lord standards, the Doctor is vastly more intelligent than most beings in the universe. He has an almost universal knowledge of nearly every species in the universe, and many learn skills from traveling throughout human and alien history. The Doctor is a technology expert, chemistry, physics, mathematics, history, non-human biology, genetics, and nearly every field of science except, ironically, human medicine, because on several occasions he says, "I'm not a medical doctor." He can create advanced scientific equipment out of ordinary junk, so he's a gadgeteer. And he can improvise strategic plans to save whole planets in the universe in short amounts of time, sometimes calculating complex plans in a matter of nanoseconds. The Doctor has used deception, manipulation, and trickery to outsmart his enemies all his lives. The Doctor has acausality/temporal resistance, meaning he can exist outside of localized time loops and is merely weakened when his past selves are taken or erased or even destroyed in any timeline. Time Lords are stated to exist outside, quote, the normal chain of causal events, unquote. They are able to retain memories of prior timelines, remember people and events who were erased from history. They can move in slowed or frozen time and resist other temporal manipulation abilities. The Doctor has time sensitivity and precognition at the same time, so he can see the flow of time itself and space, so time awareness that allows him to see time and detect changes in events, so he has the ability to predict the future as well as predicting the past even though he wasn't there when it happened. The Doctor can remember events from a time loop even when those affected have forgotten those events. The Doctor also has omnilinguism, which means he can speak and understand virtually every language in existence. Although his ship, the TARDIS, is said to translate for his companions, the Doctor possesses this ability on his own. He can even communicate with some animals such as cats, dogs, and even dinosaurs. Yeah, that happened. The Doctor is a master swordsman, marksman, and martial artist, especially Venusian Aikido, from having picked it up primarily in his second and third incarnations, although he rarely uses them and would rather solve things peacefully or outsmart his enemies instead. The Doctor is stated to be, quote, stronger than he looks, unquote, based on many amazing feats of strength that I've seen during the show. He is at least as strong as Captain America and as well as speed, but most of the time he seems to find it a bother to use either his strength or speed, so only does so when absolutely necessary. Time Lords have shown their senses are on a whole different level than that of humans, as the Doctor can figure things out from the tiniest bit of information. He can notice paradoxes and pick up sounds and smells that are in other simultaneously existing dimensions. His eyesight can go as far as recognizing Time Lords despite their regeneration, and even see higher and lower color spectrums. The Doctor has superhuman durability, extreme toughness, immunity to most poisons, can take extreme radiation, heat, and cold, and his physical body can withstand space or the bottom of the ocean for at least 6 minutes before requiring even the slightest regeneration. As a Time Lord, the Doctor has a respiratory bypass system, which allows him to hold his breath for an extended period of time in order to survive strangulations and to avoid drowning. He's been hung and was there all night and it didn't even hurt his neck. Anyway, let's move on. Whether it's super speed or precognition, the Doctor has reflexes 10 times faster than an average human being. Time Lords are able to disappear from sight of others or avoid well-trained people. He has dodged lasers, bullets, and other beam weapons while his back is turned and running in the opposite direction. How many times he went through that scenario in order to do it and make it look that cool, though, is up to debate, and he'll never tell. And he is able to run for long periods of time without tiring, and has a special ability to go into a healing coma, which accelerates the healing and recovery processes. The Doctor is capable of using psychometric telepathy and related psychic abilities, memory control and hypnosis, via physical contact, usually by touching a person's head. He can use a headbutt to have others know about his alien origins and incarnations instantly. He is highly resistant to psychic attacks, possession, and other effects targeting his mind. The Doctor has made references to being able to fly or levitate while being able to appear in places he should not have been able to reach without flying there. However, this ability has so far not been clearly explained in the series, so it is unknown whether or not the Doctor can actually fly or has the power of flight. And again, he'll probably never tell. The Doctor has stated that Time Lords can live forever barring accidents. Thanks to regeneration and his own natural longevity, the Doctor has lived for many centuries. His first incarnation alone existed for over 450 years. Time Lords in general consider 700 years to be middle-aged, though it's unclear whether that 700 years of middle age is from their first incarnation or is that all of their entire lives put together. The Doctor has shown awareness that he is a fictional character, kind of like Deadpool does. So he has shown that he's a fictional character in TV series, on rare occasions, even traveling using the TARDIS into the quote-unquote real world in the expanded universe. The Doctor has overpowered equipment as well, to include the TARDIS. Although it takes the form of a British police call box, the TARDIS is bigger on the inside than it is on the outside, capable of traveling anywhere in time and space. The Doctor shares an unbreakable bond with the TARDIS and considers it to be his closest companion. It has a tractor beam, force field, a dimensional resender to send beings back to their own dimension, can create controlled temporal implosions. It has an escape paradoxes switch, can plug up holes in the universe, and is durable enough to survive black holes and supernovas. It can manipulate its own interior space at any given time, at the same time as being outside in time. The TARDIS matrix has been stated to be the 11th dimension, and if the TARDIS itself was self-destructed, it could destroy all of reality and all of existence all at one time. And there you go. The sonic screwdriver as well is a multi-purpose tool that allows the Doctor to power up, hack into, repair, open, create a sonic force blast, generating shields, destroy, disable various things, and even erase memories. The Doctor can bind his foes with chains that were forged in the heart of a dwarf star. These are called dwarf star chains, of course, and he uses them mostly to have his pocket watch on. He has a time ring that of course allows for time travel, a signet ring that works much like a sonic screwdriver except also increasing hypnosis and magical abilities, an android assassin teleport bracelet, invisibility watch, the TUDIS or two-dimensional maker, a dinosaur stun gun, dimensional vault, and a time key, all of which I think are self-explanatory. He has the DMAT gun that erases the target from all of reality, no matter who or what the target is. He's never used it because it erases itself as it erases the target, so he's waiting for the perfect opportunity to use that. And the most dangerous weapon of all, the moment. He owns the moment, which allows you to control any moment. And of course, no Time Lord would leave home without a space-time vortex crystal that can summon a time storm from space-time vortexes. So, powerful enough for you? What do you think of the Doctor? Leave a comment below. Anyway, that is going to do it for this one. Thanks so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe to BMO Creative for more Fact About Fiction videos. Thanks so much. Bye.